Speaker, we should be the most affordable and autonomous nation on Earth. We have the biggest oceanic coastline. We're #1 for uranium, for potash, #4 for oil. We produce the 6th most natural gas anywhere on Earth. We have the most fresh water, the 6th most farmland per capita, and yet, somehow, we can't feed, fuel, or defend ourselves. It should be dirt cheap to live in Canada because we have the most dirt to build homes on, dig resources from, and grow food in. And yet, we are one of the most expensive places to use energy to buy homes or to buy food. In fact, food price inflation is now the highest in the G7 after a year of this Prime Minister promising to bring prices down. 2.2 million people line up at food banks. We have the most expensive real estate in the G7, and our energy costs are soaring while we can't get our own resources out of the ground and to markets. What's worse is our economy has become even more dependent over the last decade. $500 billion of net investment has fled to the United States of America. Canada had the worst economic growth of any G7 nation under this government. We have the worst investment. We, in fact, get $15,000 of investment per worker, while the Americans get $28,000, both measured in United States money. This has left us poorer, weaker, and more dependent on other countries. We all understand the problem. Canada's economy is paralyzed by the high cost and slow pace of our massive bureaucracy. Everybody agrees that the permitting times are too slow. And we know that the only thing that's standing away is this bureaucracy, because we have trillions of dollars of pension fund investment waiting on the sidelines or invested overseas, tens of thousands of construction workers ready to get to work, the most resources per capita in the world. The only thing standing in the way are permits, federal permits. Because these are interprovincial projects, they only require federal permits. Now, the Prime Minister's solution to the problem of too much bureaucracy is to create even more bureaucracy, is that we have too many agencies blocking resource development, so he creates a new agency to stack on top of it. We've got too many laws that stand in the way of safe and responsible resource development, so he creates even more laws. He's confusing the problem with the solution. Mr. Speaker, we don't need more signing ceremonies, more summits, more laws, more agencies, more corporate buzzwords, or more abracadabra. What we need from this Prime Minister is one thing. Get out of the way. Get out of the way and grant a permit. The unique power for interprovincial pipelines is federal under our Constitution, and the legal power is with the Prime Minister under Bill C-5. He only needs to get out of the way and grant the permits for these things to happen. We propose the Canadian Sovereignty Act, which will make us strong, self-reliant, and let us stand on our own 2 feet. It would repeal the anti-energy laws, C-69 and C-48, so we can ship energy off our coast. It would rapidly approve a pipeline to the Pacific to move $30 billion of our oil to overseas markets bigger than the total exports to China in an entire year. It would eliminate the capital gains tax on reinvestments in Canada, causing an economic boom and bringing that $500 billion of investment back. It would require incentives and other rules in order to keep the new Canadian technology that we invent here in Canada. It would create bonuses for our provinces to open up their markets to free trade across Canada. This is a real, serious plan to make Canada the most affordable and autonomous country anywhere on Earth, a nation that's strong enough to stand on its own two feet and sovereign enough to never have to bow before any other nation. We call on all parliamentarians to rally to this mission because our country is worth the fight. Thank you very much.